Steph Curry is the best jump shooter in the NBA, according to you, and by a lot. 64% of you say so. In our perfect player polling, Klay Thompson finished second at 26%. Speaking of great shooters, I mean, there have been a lot in NBA history, right? Including that guy.
Look at that guy. Well, that guy was a great shooter. We're talking about makers.
Oh,
that guy could shoot a lot. But we're talking about the guys who made them also.
That is classic
Yeah,
form.
what a lucky shot. Look at that pass from Jay Kidd, like it fell right out of the heavens.
You don't see a lot of one-footed three-pointers.
Yeah.
But it was effective.
You know, I was built for this league. Bad shots are so in vogue right now. And I took a lot of them.
You mean the current NBA?
Yes, the current. I was built for today's NBA.
That was Bellinelli-esque is what it was. Like he takes that shot 3 times a game.
Right.
Jeff Malone used to make that too, but I like to clear a little space. Yeah.
You know, when we came up with this poll in this category, everybody kind of had the same reaction was Steph Curry, right, is the best shooter. So most of the folks around here, most basketball folks, I think now believe that he's the best shooter of all time. So you agree or disagree, but if that's the case, if you're willing to stipulate to that, then who is the second best shooter of all time?
You know, I was asked this earlier, and immediately the first person that came to mind was Del Curry. And Stefan's dad, I know the apple doesn't fall far. Del Curry, one of the quickest triggers I've ever seen. I played with him my first 3 or 4 years in the NBA. We're still remain the best of friends to this day. He used to bring Stefan over to, I'd babysit for him every couple weeks. when Steph was a baby, they'd bring him over and leave him with me. No, but
infant?
No, but man, I would just pray he wouldn't. You know, I wouldn't have to change his diapers, which I did. I would pray he would be alive when they came back to get him.
That's key.
I was only 19 or 20, so we kind of raised each other. But Del Curry, one of the sweetest strokes I've ever seen, unbelievable shooter, and he's got 2 boys who shoot it really well.
If I pressed you to go outside the Curry family?
Oof, you know, I'd probably go to Ray Allen. You know, I think about guys like Dale Ellis.
Dale Ellis was a great shooter.
Fill it up, right? Yeah, a lot of guys.
Who's number 2 for you?
Splash Brother number 2.
I
Klay
love
Thompson.
it.
All time.
I could go there.
You're saying number 1 and number 2 all time are in the same backcourt.
I could go there too.
They gotta be. He's like all-time leader in threes in the game with 14.
Yep.
All-time leader with threes in the quarter at 9.
Yep.
He's 3rd all-time in percentage, over 4,000 attempts.
Wow.
I mean, I mean, he's done the efficiency thing that we've maybe never seen before. These games where 4 dribbles and scores 40, or touches the ball for 90 seconds and scores 40. So he's, I mean, I hope we get to see this for a long time, because this is one of the best kind of tandems we've ever seen.
Is it possible we're somewhat guilty of recency bias, and because the way the game has changed, maybe we're not giving credit enough to some of the guys who didn't shoot 10 threes a game?
Yeah, it certainly may be. You know, just the way the game's changed, that certainly plays into it. You know, I'm a little bit biased because we had Kyle Korver here in Atlanta.
Great jump shooter.
And great jump shooter. He's 2nd all-time on that list with, you know, over 4,000 attempts percentage. But it's just because the volume, I think we have to give the nod to this younger generation that's, I mean, they're going to obliterate all shooting records if they haven't already done so. And it's going to be interesting to see what the future looks like, because how are we going to top this?
Yeah.
You know, that we've had a whole segment and haven't even mentioned Larry Bird.
I was just going to bring
tells
that
us
up.
how bad we all are. I mean, come on. Larry Bird.
But part of it is the
recency.
three-point shooting thing is not what it was when he played. He led the league one year with 81 or 82 three-pointers.
Right. I mean, he might not take one or two a game. You know, that
doesn't mean he's not one of the all-time great jump shooters.
I can tell you, I played against him for a few years. He never took a shot I didn't think was going in the basket. Not one. I thought all of them were going in. Shot the same repeatable ball every single time, jumped that high, got it off a little quicker if he needed to. One of the greatest shooters ever.
Yeah. He's got to be on the list somewhere. And even though I think Ray Allen, in retrospect, is maybe underrated as a scorer, because earlier in his career he was a great driver to the basket, those big hands,
athletic
finish. He might be number 2 for me.
Yeah. And then Reggie's got up there also. Reggie Miller.
And there's honorable mention to Jason Kidd, especially with the progress from St. Joe's to Cal.
Well, that's fascinating considering where he started.
Where he started to end up top 3.
Yeah.
In all-time makes.
Yeah.
That's
big
my
nod
dude.
to
That's
Jason
my
Kidd.
dude, but Jay can't be in that conversation. I love him, all-time makes and all that, but Jason Kidd, come on. That's my guy. I love him to death. He'll probably text me later, but I'm not putting him in the same category with Ray
As
Allen.
a jump shooter, I don't know that I can go.
But
quite.
percentage,
I'm
all
just
the
saying,
numbers.
he ended up.
It is
top three
remarkable.
in all
It's
time.
remarkable he ended up where
It's
he ended.
remarkable.
Yeah.
It's just.
Well, in that when he came in, they didn't guard him.
Yeah.
Teams did.
Right.
Nelly.
He got the Rondo treatment.
Yeah.
He got the Rondo treatment. We had to beg Jason to shoot.
All right, there you have it. I think we have a consensus: Steph Curry, greatest of all time, and your choice of about 10 other guys
That's
for
right.
number 2.